just want to say this.
I'll reserve you up next.
I
Okay.
just want to get an understanding on what you mean by battle tested, Aaron. If you mean we're supposed to stay in relationships where we're getting abused, or our husbands are spending money or creating children out of wedlock, if that's what you mean by battle tested,
Hmm.
no, we're not going to do that. We're
Okay.
not.
So what are
What do
you
you
willing?
mean by battle tested?
Okay. So what I mean by battle tested is convincing a man that she's been in so many situations where she should have left, could have left. You put her to a point where like the only reason she should stay with you because she truly wants to be there, even if she's not feeling like she wants to be there, right? Those situations are no longer being created because one, you try that, it's a game. And then secondly, when you say those situations, I think some of those situations are necessary actually. And just to prove that, what do you think women should be willing to stay through? I mean, because the good and the bad, I understand the good. Don't give me none of the good. Tell me the bad things that women should be willing to stay through in a marriage. Go
I
ahead.
think women, when you say battle tested to me, as far as when it comes to being with a man, yes, financial growth. Like if you're starting at the bottom of your career and your woman is sticking with you, fixing your lunch, making sure that you got things that you can't get, and she's there, she ride and die for you, yes. But when it comes down to you creating children out of wedlock, or you're sleeping with multiple women, or you're not showing any type of ambition in life, why would I trust that, knowing, it goes back to Ham's question about the women, why would I stay and be battle tested with you in that situation? It goes back to the original video. The man has 3 kids from 2 different women. Why should she stay with somebody who already is in a deficit? She has no children.
That's an easy answer. That's an easy answer. She actually put herself in a bad position by stating that because she's saying the type of woman that I am, I should be messing with you. Because if those other women that are higher than me or respect themselves more or have higher standards wouldn't even deal with you, indicating she's not one of those women. So she's exactly the person that should be dealing with him.
No, I don't think that's what she was saying. What I thought she was saying was she does not have any children. So therefore, a man will more than likely want to be with her so she can create his legacy, not stay somewhere where a man already has children and
But
already created families.
but why is she doing it then if she's saying she's her standards are so much above that? Why is she doing it?
I don't know why she's doing it, because
That's why I'm trying to
we already
explain
said
it.
that that's what women do. But just on the flip side of that, for you to say that a woman has to be battle tested, and then we should stay with you because that just shows that we're loyal to you, that does not mean anything. That does not mean a thing, because you can
Uh,
still leave.
So, because you can still leave. All right. So, for a man, right, it's just simple logic. Uh, is this forever? Yeah, it's gonna be forever. But I can still leave. Then why even do it?
I mean, that's been my question. Why do y'all men do it? Why do y'all stay with women? Goes back to John's perfect
It's,
answer.
it's a
The
simple
fact
answer.
is, it should not take you that long. Hamp said it. John said it. Y'all should know from the time you meet a female in a certain amount of period of time whether or not you want to be with her.
You took one part of their answer though. They also said, "Hey, it take more time to read
It
these
does
women
not
out."
take 5 to 7 years, though, Aaron.
See, but you guys don't actually factually know that. You saying you don't want it to take that
Well,
long. But what?
Hamp
No,
gave an
I heard.
example.
Listen, listen,
He
listen.
said
Look,
seasons. It's only 4 seasons and
I heard what
365 days
I
a
heard
year.
what Hamp said, right? But Hamp, can I ask you this, brother? Do you have
Yes,
any
sir.
friends that's been in a relationship for 4 or 5 years that aren't married?
Yes.
Yes. So therefore, there are people that are saying, yes, that works for Hamp, and it's a good probably template to follow. But a lot of other men, because I would put Hamp in the minority, the majority of men are saying that's wrong.
Hamp, are those people that are in those long-term relation 5 or more years? Do they always complain to you, or are they fucking other females or dealing with other females?
Yes.
Okay, that's
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Again, what's your point in staying? because you can do that with other females. You don't have to be in an exclusive relationship with her. Go move on and be by yourself, or go be by many women as you want to. The point is your intention. If you don't want to be with her, why stay with her and make her feel like you're gonna do something for be with somebody for 5 to 7 years when you know for a fact after the first 1 or 2 years you're not dealing with her, you're not marrying her.
The problem
Bub,
is,
anecdotally, Bub, Aaron, go ahead. Well, I just want to say, we got a dude named Bub that's on our Wednesday panel. Yeah. He says 10 years.
Yeah, well, this is the thing.
Better woman.
When married men get on the panel, right? They've had prior relationships before they were married, right? And so when they say, "Oh yeah, I knew within 1 to 3 years," but they've had relationships beyond the years that they was married before that girl that they end up getting married to.
They're just relationships with those women. They was fucking them, just like him and Adrian said a couple of weeks ago. They had an objective to fuck them bitches, and that's what that was their objective. Wow. It was not to be in an exclusive relationship to eventually start to court them to marry them. They want
that's what it
was.
So, well, that's
tell me she don't look like the pastor of the Greater She Mount Olive Baptist Church.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what. So to answer your question, Ro, right? I would say this: there are some women that if you cheat on them, they will not stay. There are some women that will say, "Oh, I left him. I didn't want to be with him no more," or "He was taking too long, so I left." It seems like women tend to try to make other women feel bad for wanting to stay with the guy that they want to stay with. If they want to stay with him, they want to stay with him. It's really nothing that anybody can do about it. So telling a man to be like, "Nah, you should just leave," if she wants to stay with him, it's optional. Why do we only make it seem it's a one-way option? Like you make it seem like the women are being held against the held hostage. Hey, you can't leave because I said so, but they're not. Why don't you want to put any onus on an independent person to make their independent decisions when they're not being led by the so-called husband who makes decisions on their behalf?
Aaron, we're talking about two different things, and let me just be clear.
Y'all two niggas final thoughts on this shit.
Let's be clear, and this is my final thought. You are talking about a couple that has made a decision that they're going to stay together regardless of whatever. Nobody is saying that they don't have options. What we are talking about is people that are dating and courting and willing and ready to get married. Why the hell would you stay with a woman when you know good fucking well that you're not gonna marry her? Why? Just like I asked her the question, why the fuck you staying with that nigga? He ain't gonna marry you.
The pussy.
Unless they say, yeah, this is what we agreed upon, then it don't make sense for them to be together. And that's my final thought.
Hamp, can I ask you a question?
Does Aaron have a... Yeah, go ahead, John. And then let me get Uncle Jeff, Misogynist Simon. Go ahead, John.
To y'all who are not smart than, what are y'all using? Who are y'all using to help y'all work this information out? Is it just yourselves, or are you relying on somebody else to help you figure it out?
Huh?
Who are you talking to, John? Who are you talking to? Men or women?
Men and women. And when y'all dealing with these relationships and what you want marriage to look like, who are you talking to besides yourselves to help figure this out?
Great
question. They probably talking to
Great question.
John, I think most people lean on their pastors.
Yeah, and other married people.
And if they have other married people, I don't know how many people are coming from situations where their parents are married, which would maybe be the best thing to tap into, but I don't know if that's always available.
My parents were married.
So that would be the answer, I think, generally speaking.
John? I just want to know who they're talking. Yeah, I just want to know who they, because I think a lot of, because what it seemed like, what I'm hearing though, it seems like we trying to, like, I don't know who we're speaking to, who we getting advice from, who we getting conversations, who we having these conversations with to help figure this stuff out with, figure stuff out. But all I keep hearing is this do this for 5-7 years and it won't work because of this person's nature, and understanding. Okay, so We figured out their nature and understanding is not working for modern day marriage. So what do we do from this point forward? We start repeating the same problem, the same question over and over again. Because always repeating the same question over and over and over.
Yeah. No,
When can
I
we
hear
get
you.
past this question?
Yeah. And what question is that? What question is that?
I mean, not same question, same conversation. I mean, that's the question, same conversation.
I actually, okay. I actually think we got a little bit more traction.
Cause Ro just spent, and I get what Ro was saying. Ro was saying, I'm not gonna spend all this time with a dude if he's gonna cheat and have babies outside of the marriage, and
Hold your boat,
then men don't want to, and then and then men don't want to commit because they're not actually trusting the women. Because they're not actually trusting the women because the information they're starting to see that's coming, the data's starting to come out of previous marriages. So my thing is, if we keep saying, no matter what panel you go on, we say these same conversations over and over again. So my question is, at what point do you start talking to people that are different than you, that's going to give you results that you're looking for?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. I think I take exception with talking about generic panel shit, but I understand what you're saying. I tend not to hop on like a bunch of panels, so I don't have the same context. But you could be right.
Even just not even just panels. If you talk to people in real life, it's the same. It's the same conversation.
Well, I think your point is you got to talk to people with results. It's people arguing right now. Our results are mediocre at best, and so I think that is probably the overarching issue. Uncle Jeff, you got decent results, I guess.
Yeah, I would say.
Yeah, and I'm saying decent because obviously you had some other, you know what I mean? So,
Bro, I'm on my third marriage.
yeah. So it would be, you have to weigh everything, right? So,
sure. And I think we've been kind of hitting around it as men here with regard to the ability to read women, when the truth is you need to be reading yourself. And I'll tell you what I mean. My as fast as I can, my first marriage, I got married at 22 years old, trying to mimic the life that my mother had in order to fix my mother's past with my own life. And I didn't figure that out subconsciously until I was in my late 30s, that this is what I had done, that you could lay my life over the template of my mother's. And it was almost identical in myself, putting myself in the position of the dude she should have had with women that, frankly, we weren't supposed to be together. Both of those times. My second marriage, because I was between those marriages out in the world so fucking wild, I was like, look, I got to get back to what I know. And that was when I started my journey back toward the creator. And, you know, I like to say religion is training wheels, spirituality is a space shuttle. And once I got away from that, I got away from that second marriage and why I was in it, and the red flags that I barrel past in order to get there. I had to look at me, and I have to look at my subconscious programming and what is running in the back of my head to make me choose her, because there's a lesson there. And I'm learning life lessons with this person. And the two of us have something between us that's outside of us called a relationship that we're supposed to work on and we're supposed to nurture like a baby. It lives outside of us. Is this person that I'm going to get into the business of life with? Fuck marriage. I'm going to get into the business of life with an individual. Is this individual going to be able to stay with the mission statement, the standard that we have set to build something outside of ourselves to leave after we are gone? Because that is the purpose of every marriage, even though marriage has not shit to do with love. It's some state shit. I've explained it on here before. Y'all done heard it before. It's a way to tax units in a specific area. That's why you're punished so bad when you break one. That's what that's about. And if we are really seriously looking at monogamous marriage moving forward as a young black man, for Aaron, those of you who still believe in that, I got a box of beepers and moon rocks for sale. Because that's when you have to go back to when that shit was hot for this shit to be relevant. He is grossly outnumbered, and there is no social upside for a man doing what he is trying to do to be with one woman. I don't see it. I don't see his social upside, and I am blissfully married. But I would tell any young man, especially a young black man that's trying to do something, at the risk of being crude in front of Pastor Rowe, you ain't getting pussy, you giving out dick. Y'all tell me she don't look like she finna teach from the 6th chapter of Ephesians. She finna jump in and on this. Anyway, yeah, you're not getting pussy. You giving out dick. So why not give it out to women who understand that they ain't the only one, and that they have to contribute something outside of the bed to your mission moving forward. You should be with as many women as you can be honest with. If you can be honest with 3 women, be with 3 women. If you can't, then don't. But don't be out here lying.
Women like being lied to.
Yeah, marriage is outdated. It's outdated. It's gone the way of the beaver.
Misogynist. Marriage still has value, but it's challenged.
Yeah. Yes, sir. What's good with you?
What you think? What's popping?
Hey, nothing much, bro. I just wanted to say the reason why marriage is outdated, and it's something that needs to be left behind now. You know, we need to get away from tradition, because women aren't traditional no more, and because women aren't traditional, men aren't traditional anymore. You know what I'm saying? Casual dating have basically took precedence over monogamy. For the most part, there are a lot of men that have woken up to what I call marriage is a shitty deal wrapped in pretty paper. That's what I call it, because for the most part, men have become very low tolerant of women now, and they're willing to walk away at a moment's notice.
So be
no
with
matter
a man.
how many.
So be with a man.
That's not true.
Wait, what?
So be with a man. I mean,
why?
What are you saying? Because you sound like
you're not even. Okay, first of all, you cut me off.
So be with I'm saying you're saying we don't listen to you. We're not going to do what you tell us to do.
You're not listening to me now. You're just proving my
point.
Right,
because what you're saying ain't making no sense.
Okay, well, let me fucking finish then.
Go out there and be in an open relationship. Y'all don't understand. Y'all got STDs and shit stacking on your dick. And
okay, again, this is the same thing. This is the same thing that I told.
Hold on, excuse me. A man is talking.
A man is talking. A man is talking. Excuse you.
First like of all, I said, a man not making sense.
All right, well, I'm gonna make it make sense if you allow me to talk. Like I told Love earlier today when I was on the show. Whenever y'all try to come up with an example, y'all always using it's either subjective, a variable, or an extreme.
But you sound stupid. That sounds retarded.
How does that sound retarded?
Because you're saying that we should just be open with having sex with anybody we want.
I didn't even say anything.
In a land where STDs and diseases and babies don't happen.
Well, okay. Since I'm an empiricist, so I love statistics. They say that Black women have the most cases of bacterial vaginosis.
Do you know where that comes from?
Right.
Men, because y'all give it to
y'all carry the shit.
Black women have the highest cases of herpes.
Y'all the givers. Y'all are the givers.
Wait a minute.
In port cities like the one that I live in, Black women have the highest case of herpes. Herpes simplex 1 and 2.
Okay, so misogynist, can you make your point though? Like honestly, like what's your point? Just make your point.
My point is that the reason why marriage is not prevalent anymore because women don't know what they want. They say that they want Jordan they say they want Michael Jordan until they get Michael Jordan. Monkey branching is a real thing now. There's too many options for women. And my philosophy is it's like a restaurant. A restaurant with too many options usually fail. And we're not talking about food here.
Okay, let me get the super chat real quick. Thank you, Lauren Mack, for the 499 super chat. Aaron O, always getting folks to think beyond the common rationale. Thank you, Lauren. 11 Drogbino with the 499 super chat. What about the women they ask if they want to get married and said they're not ready to be married? Thank you, Reese Anderson, for the 199 super chat. Women need to start proposing. I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but
could I push back on a little bit of what the misogynist had to say?
Sure.
Hey, brother.
I'm here.
And you, I understand your sentiment, but there are a few things that we kind of disagree with.
Cool.
Number one is, unless we are willing to say that all of the black women in the 48 contiguous states are of no use to us as wives or as mates, unless we are going to make that statement, then we're going to have to find where they at. You want to catch fish, you got to go where they bite. I've said this over and over and over and over, that there are YouTube sites where sisters are talking like they make some sense. And I haven't heard any brother here complain that heard me say that, come back and say that I was wrong. To those brothers, I say, I'm going to tell the sisters on you that you niggas just like complaining. There's some cats out here that just really like griping with you because they grew up being griped at. And this is their turn to get their mama back.
Yeah.
Why do you think the strip clubs are so full? Niggas is in there trying to say they mamas.
That's what that is. Wow.
That's real talk, cat daddy.
And I real quick.
Speaking facts.
Thank you. Hold on real quick. I want to make sure we get Simon in because he's been waiting here for a very long time. But thank you, Jeff. That was a great point.
Oh, okay.
And we had the timer up though too. I wanted to I don't know if you saw the timer or not, but
I didn't. I'm sorry. I didn't see the timer.
No, you're good. You good. I just want to make that you know I wasn't cutting you off. We had a timer up. Simon, do you have anything to add to this conversation? And you're on mute, Simon. Yeah, we're still on mute. All right, Simon.
Check your mic input, bro.
Simon, work on that. Welcome, KG. You're new to the platform. Hello, sir.
How you doing?
Simon, you got it? Hold on, Simon, you got it?
Yeah,
all right. KG, 1 second. Go ahead, Simon.
I'm just saying, like, the thing is, like,
hating on KG's beard because I can't grow one.
Stop with your bold ass. The thing is like, you know, men want to complain about taking women on dates and paying for it. When, you know, if you look at the actual origin of it, that's always been the case. And we can't complain if, you know, after the date, the woman is expecting us to actually take care of them. Like, so I don't really get this whole thing about when men go, okay, I'm gonna put up like $90 or like $100 and pay for your meal on a one-time stance, when realistically you're really looking at a lifetime of provision. I think that's really ridiculous. You know, guys want to trip on that. They want to go, okay, there's no way I'm paying for a woman for the rest of my life unless I'm getting some box of this, that, the other, and it's nothing to do with that. Women don't look at things like that, and niggas be shaking their heads, and that's cool. You know, it's like, shake your head, shake. It's like,
Simon,
cool.
Okay, Simon, hold on. Before you go on your tangent, hold on, Simon, hold on. Before you go on your tangent and start doing Muppet noises. So is your point that it is the man's obligation to provide
take care of the woman? Yeah, exactly.
Simon don't have a point. He's a drunk.
What?
Aaron be chatting some.
Damn, Lauren Mack with the
I was trying so hard.
Lauren Mack with the $10. Buy Simon his blue shirt every night. How many blue shirts he got? Simon can come back at 12:20. I'm in the mid. I'm central.
The
So
Haynes value pack.
You don't want to deal with
12:21. He got 10 minutes.
Hamp, you don't want to deal with him. I deal with him a lot. Trust me.
Woo, that's funny.
I just everybody just got to understand. You have to be slightly demonstrative,
self-aware,
slightly performative. Like, but even if you saying some bullshit, at least make it exciting.
Nigga, that was just word. That was
late at night.
Those were just correct sentences.
What's that lady's name with the dating show on YouTube? He's been on that show. That's enough said.
He just thought his accent will carry him this time around.
No, he just drunk. He just a drunk.
Let me ask some questions then. Uncle Jeff.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that most men out here complaining about women are ready to be husbands?
Wow. No. I think sadly that we got to try to find a way to start over from scratch. The past 50 years did a hell of a job on us as a community and as a people. And it's left a lot of brothers devoid of leadership qualities and leadership ability. And I don't think it's about what they don't have. I think it's about what they're not after. Okay. Damn. If you can be honest, like I said, this is the level.
Real quick, Simon paid the 10 to bring himself back.
Shit like that. Shit like that.
He won't be here long.
You got some shit to say.
He won't be here long.
If you
yo, bro, you don't want to test me like that, bro.
You won't be here long, brother. You gonna be gone in a few seconds, brother. You ain't gonna be here.
You want to do that? I'll do you for life. I'll take your whole channel down, nigga. You don't even know who the fuck I am.
I'm so fearful.
I've been nice of you. I've been nice of you for a minute.
I'm terrified, sir. You know what channels I run,
terrified, nigga.
You know what channels I run. You know where to find me, sir. You know where to find me.
Do that. All right.
Yeah,
I ain't got no problem with you. I ain't got no problem with you.
You the one that's about to get booted off the panel. I'm not.
You're the one that opened your damn mouth in the first place, nigga.
Okay, I was trying to.
I ain't have nothing to gain.
Somehow the word nigga stings in the British accent a little more.
It affects me now.
A little more. It just means crazy. I took it like he was much lighter skinned.
You think you're running the crack game?
Light. It almost
you're running the crack game, Aaron. Okay, go.
Unpopular truth with the $5. Ro, what the hell is wrong with you? And Jeff, just because a woman talks good on a podcast doesn't mean they act the same in a relationship.
Hamp, you gotta read your country accent to understand it.
I can't do it, man. I got where I come from. We got good education system. Yes, what's popping, bro? Thank you so much.
Like that.
Anton, nigga. You don't
great. Hold on, Simon. Great conversation. Much respect. Yo, TS, man, you always come through for the hood with the love, bro.
Shit like that.
I always say, if you love a nigga, pay full price. You feel me? Appreciate you, brethren. 100%, man.
Yeah,
I got wild kids. Let me finish showing love. Y'all niggas. Yo, I got 6 kids. 4 of these motherfuckers is in diapers. That 50 gonna go a long way. God damn.
That costs a lot of shit, man. You pay for that shit.
Eden Band Ways with the $10. Simon Aaron is off limits.
Shit like that.
Don't shake your head, nigga.
God damn. Now, John, is this you getting him up out of here?
Yeah, that's what that means.
Yeah, that's 30 minutes. I count.
That means
bodies.
God.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Wow.
So that didn't take long at all. Simon, you can come back at 12:45, right? That would be the time
when we log off.
Right.
Damn.
Right.
So Uncle Jeff, you said that these men are devoid of leadership. Is that because they never saw it or never focused on it? But I
That's a
gotta move
yes.
the question around. Go ahead.
That's a yes. That's a pick either lane. Either lane
Okay.
leaves them still without it. And like I said, it's not about what they don't have. It's about what they're not after. I'll say this, I'll shut the fuck up. My daughter's 20 and she's in a serious relationship with a young man that she has known since they were in like the second grade. I know this dude, I know his father. And he wasn't raised in the environment I was raised in. However, I'm trying to make him, I sat them both down and said, I'm just trying to make y'all good people for somebody, even if it ain't each other. Be good people. If you're going to be a young man out here and you have a goal, you need to turn that goal into steps that make money. And I'm going to help you do that. And here are the steps that I need to see you making. And if you stop making these steps, then you will lose the blessing to date my daughter. And I'm not fucking around.
But just
and
in
he's been
general,
taking
right?
the steps.
But they don't have that window of opportunity to come and sit with a man's they potential girlfriend's father and had that conversation. So these men are not prepared because they're devoid of leadership. They never seen it, nor are they searching for it. Okay. Now, misogynist, I feel like your opinion on that may be a little bit different. I feel like, and I'm not qualifying it as fact, just listen to what you're saying, that this problem where people can't get married is largely on the women, not so much on the men. Is that true, or am I'm bugging?
I'm going to take a 50-50 stance on that.
No. Not allowed here. So if you had to say, and you had to stand on something, is it the women or is it the men?
Well, I wouldn't be the misogynist if I wouldn't be the misogynist. So if I didn't say
live up to his name.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit
Okay.
like that. Shit like
And
that.
also, I hear like some of your sentiments would just back that up simply too. So, but is Uncle Jeff? So, what do you feel? Do you feel like men are actually prepared if these women were acting right?
Yeah, of course, because the thing is, what society don't give men credit for is our ability to adapt. Adaptability is a big thing. Is a big thing when it comes to men. We adapt better to situations than females do. You know what I'm saying? And from the longest time, I'm only 39, but for the longest time I've been alive, all men were saying as far back as the late 90s was that if women act right, it will be easier for us to be men. I remember Malcolm X. I read the autobiography of Malcolm X a long time ago. And he said that this was back in the 1960s. And this is just through his observation when he was running the streets of Boston when he was living with his sister. He was saying that the reason why brothels and prostitutes were so popular is because the wives always nagged them and they didn't respect them as being men. And he made a point that said that for those few minutes that they spent with those prostitutes made them feel worthy of being men, something that they did not get at home, even though they were married.
I can see that.
So go be with a prostitute.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Now
Because women stay confused. Y'all can't think outside the box.
Don't do that. Don't do it, misogynist. Just listen.
Everything
just
is
follow.
dogmatic to women. That's the reason why they can't understand.
Come on, man. God damn, y'all don't know how to move around a comment. Stop fucking responding to every fucking thing. You niggas ain't that fucking philosophical to address every goddamn point. That shit is annoying as fuck. And then y'all two ladies, y'all get stuck on one fucking thing he said as opposed to what all of it that he's saying. God damn it, y'all expect us to really get somewhere in these conversations. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
My bad.
So why? No, it's all good. I'm not yelling at you. I'm just yelling because I've been drinking this good liquor. But look, why the fuck? So
is there such a thing?
Why is that? Is the question? Not go be a prostitute. Why did they feel that way? That's what you would want to mine out. Because if a woman is fulfilling things that you can't for your man, the best bet would be to ask that woman what the fuck she's doing and not cast it off to, oh, well, you don't deal with his everyday problems. Because I know that's the response, right? But why is he feeling so good with her? That's what I would want to understand, especially for a woman. Tay, am I bugging? Excuse my yelling. I wasn't yelling. I just see this in the YouTube, like motherfucker just be just
stop apologizing.
Crazy.
You meant to yell.
No, you good. And I understand. I'm not offended because I know
Yelling,
he's just
I got
passionate.
such a great microphone. It probably blasts everybody's ears out. Go ahead, Tay.
No, you ain't bugging. I was just gonna say I feel that you're passionate about it, but I mean I agree because you would want to know what is it in what are we lacking or what is lacking in this relationship that you're not getting in whatever temporary situation you're putting yourself into. And I've had conversations like that, so I'm following you.
Well, the issue is, Hamp, is that women don't want to build with the average man. They say that, oh, I want, the 3/6s. I want the 3/6s. I want a man who's over 6 feet tall, a man who makes 6 figures and packing more than 6 inches. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of
women are saying that, sir. I'm sorry. What women are saying that?
Majority of women.
Okay,
all you got to do is just go on YouTube, and you got to go on YouTube and just and watch the videos.
So misogynist. So now watch this. I told the ladies up here, Aaron, I don't know if you heard this. Uncle Jeff may have. I know John has for sure, and Rock probably. But I told the women up here specifically that they average. And they actually took what I said, and they pushed back at first, right? And then once we started to drill it down, the majority of them like, okay, well, it makes sense. So
and it's
now,
not a dirty word.
It's not a dirty word. And we had to, and Uncle Jeff, to that point, we had to work through it, right? A lot of shit takes some working through. True. But you're like, okay, a bunch of women have degrees. I'm pretty enough, right? And you know what I mean? So you kind of fall into a gap, which is fine. So misogynist, I don't know if that talking point will work with these women because they also accepted the fact that they could very well be average, like average people are.
Oh,
like everybody on
congratulations, we had a breakthrough.
No,
but I'm talking.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's not true for the aggregate. It's true for the minority.
Okay.
It's only 4 women up here.
Well, hold on. I'm interested to hear why Aaron says not true.
If he's speaking idealistically, I can understand that. Because if you ask any person, what do you want idealistically, right? Sure, you can say 6 figures, but if you actually see what women are picking, it's not that. Now, if even like I can say the 6 figures argument, I can kind of understand it, but the 6-pack, 6 feet, they not hung up on that the way we sell it as a talking point. And it's fun as jokes on the panel. I get it, but the real issue that I think that exists, and to be honest with you, it stems from about 4 pointers: scale, marketing, failure, and people thinking they're special. Meaning, marriage became marketed and then scaled, and then people were told that they're special, and most people are afraid to fail. So imagine. Old people, we use stats from back in the day. Those men was broke as hell and they was married. So it can't be women like the money, right? So we fast forward now, the fear of getting with a man that they don't know if they're going to be able to stay with, and the failure of divorce is what causes the most fear in women. I'm afraid. I don't want to get divorced. If you listen to every woman, I don't ever want to get divorced. That's that fear aspect. So they want the man, hey, make sure you got everything put together. But if you're using the requirements from back in the day, they didn't have nothing together. Nothing. They didn't have nothing together. So you see what I'm saying? Shit like that. And once they scaled everything and told people they're special, and they customized things. So I'll give you a short example and I'll chill. If you look at the Ford Model T from 1930s, 40s, whatever, it's one car, one color, and everybody got it. Nobody was like, let me get the green one, let me customize it, right? Because we weren't marketing uniqueness, specialness, or nothing. It was point A to point B. Now we market, hey, you should get a certain cut for you. Now it should be a certain type of way just for you. It's marketing, scale, and then it becomes the fantasy, and then people think they're special, and then failure. All of that is what we're dealing with in current times, and that's what a lot of the issues are.
So Aaron,
shit like that.
Let me read these real quick, John.
All right.
Hold that thought, John. Let me just read these real quick. Ask Abe for the $5. Uncle. My bad. Go ahead, John. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go. I was just joking with you. Go.
I know. Hey, I be forgetting my shit too, man. Ask Abe with the $5. Uncle Jeff, you don't know your own daughter, let alone the young man. Matters of the heart are off limits to outsiders. Javoris Lee was popping. Welcome with the $10. Get Simon out of here. God damn it. He needs some milk.
Shout out to Javoris. I ain't seen him in
damn
a
near
minute.
1 o'clock. Caesar's Palace with the $10. Hamp. I read this one, right?
I don't think so. I don't remember hearing. Oh, you did?
Most men are ready to be husbands. Women don't want to build with the average man. I read this one, right? How many women pass over the good guy for the bad one? Oh, I did not read this one. We can't come back around and say, oh, they were not ready. Ask Abe with the $10. Why do you men keep spewing that narrative when women actually tell you the 666 is not it? You men are measuring yourselves by that. What you think? Well, Aaron kind of just dispelled. Go ahead, John.
So, Aaron, to the people that dropped out in third grade like myself, are you saying that options are a bad option?
It's proven. We actually have told each other that the more options we get, it causes more problems. Even if you look at just the Instagram, which is impacting everybody, right? The social media is where the women can go to get that male attention that they covet so much. And that's why you see men are having like this season of loneliness, right? Because they don't actually have an outlet to get that type of attention, but women have it kind of like literally at the blink of an eye, they can get it. So it's causing a lot of issues.
Okay.
I would agree with that because I've been saying for years. I've been saying for a long time. The more options you have, the less effective people come making decisions.
It makes it harder.
Gentlemen,
it's been proven. It's been proven out for centuries.
I'm about to make an above average comment. Excuse me, forgive me for it. I know there's an almost desperate cling to average here, but it has been in my track. I don't remember. This is the ugliest I've ever been. I really don't identify coming from, and maybe it's because I'm from the south side of Chicago in the 70s. I don't identify with this female drought of which you discuss. And I don't know any men in my orbit, not my uncles, not my father, not my cousins, not my friends. I was closer to Jupiter than I was